Hello everyone, welcome to my group presentation. And today I will talk about a topic that the whole world is facing as well as a dilemma for many countries. Can you guess? Oh, yes, you're right. It's a global warming. So what does it mean, global warming? And as I know, global warming is a rise in the average temperatures of the Earth as a result of greenhouse emissions. So to learn more about global warming, let's listen this song.
Venus, planet of love, was destroyed by global warming. Did its people want too much too? Did its people want too much?
There are several causes of global warming, but for that contaminant are the deforestation, drugs, pollution, CO2, methane. We can observe that during the dry season, forest fires are prevalent, resulting in a significant loss of world surface, soil erosion, and the forest sea loss of branding of branch sloping. We may observe, for example, that forest fire in Australia in 2019 claimed the land and habitat of thousands of animals. Littering is a common occurrence both in the city center and behind the scenes, despite the fact that Republican groups started content plastic on the highway to remind people to transport in accordance with legislation. Picture and plastic bag, plastic cup, and plastic bottle, leftover, and so on are rolling down the streets.
Some gas in the atmosphere acts like greenhouse gas, trapping sunlight and preventing it from escaping into space. And you know, CO2 is the most common greenhouse gas created by human warming. According to some studies, CO2 accounts for 60% of the man-made. And from this, global atmosphere has increased by 40% since the beginning of industrialization. You can see it's awful. Transportation and vehicle are another factors. Just is destroy a numerous fossil fuel which release carbon and other pollutants into the atmosphere. Methane is also a pollutant that can be found in everything from oil pipes, gas, to the landfills and cows. Scientists didn't pay attention to them until later when they realized their negative effects on the environment. Now we move to part 3, the effects of the global warming.
Hi, I'm Tom. I will talk about global warming effects. The first is air pollution. Rising temperatures also worsen air pollution by increasing ground level ozone, which is created when pollution from cars, factories, and other sources react to sunlight and heat. Ground level ozone is the main component of smoke, and the hotter it gets, the more it we have. Air pollution is linked to higher hospital admission rates and higher death rates for asthmatic. It worsens the health of people suffering from cardiac or pulmonary disease. Number 2, higher wildlife extinction rates. The increase of temperatures and the climate upheavals disturb the ecosystems, modify the conditions and cycles of plant reproduction. The scarcity of resources and climate change are draining life habits and migratory cycles of animals. We are already witnessing the disappearance of many species, including endemic species, or conversely, the inclusion of invasive species that threaten crops and other animals. Number 3, higher sea level. Because global warming, permafrost and ice are melting massively at the poles. increasing the sea level at a rate never known before. In a century, the increase reached 80 centimeters, including 6 centimeters in the last 20 years. The worst case scenario is a rise up to 1 meter by 2100.
The third effect is destruction of ecosystem. Change in the climate environment and rapidly carbon dioxide emission have serious effects on ecosystem and human health. Besides, ecosystems are suffering from impact from flood and forest fire. The fourth effect is storm and flood. Statistics show that in just the last 30 years of Category 4 and 5, strong storm had doubled. The warm water creates the strength of the storm. It was this level of heat over the ocean that pushed the storm speed to terrifying levels. The finally occur more often due to global warming. Some evidence suggests that droughts have been occurring more frequent because of global warming, and they are expected to become more frequent and intense in Africa, Southern Europe, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Their impacts are aggravated because of increased water demand, population growth. Droughts result in crop failures and the loss of pasture for livestock.
Global warming is seriously affecting our life on the earth in many ways, so every one of us should do something to reduce it. We get it home by using ecosphere, just like Safari and Google, except for 45 such a tree is planted. The second is energies and water efficiencies. Producing clean energies is essential, but reducing our consumptions of energies and water by using more efficient devices such as LED light bulb, innovative solar system is less costly and equally important. Next is sustainable infrastructure. In order to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions from the building caused by heating, air conditioning, hot water, and lighting, it's necessary both to build new low energy building and renovate the existing constructions. Finally, is responsible consumption and recycling. Adopting responsible consumption habits is crucial, be it regarding food, particularly food, cosmetic, cleaning product. Last but not least, recycling is an absolute necessary for dealing with waste.
Hi guys, I'm Lynn. Today I will talk about measures to prevent global warming. 1. Renewable energies. Renewable energy is energy that is collected from renewable resources that are naturally replenished on a human timescales. The first way to prevent climate change is to move away from fossil fuel. What are the alternatives? Renewable energies like solar, wind, biomass, and geothermal. 2. Sustainable transportation. Sustainable transport stations refer to any means of transportation that is green and has low impact on the environment. Sustainable transportation is also about balancing our currents and future needs. Promoting public transportation, cablings, but also electric and hydrogen mobilities can definitely help reduce CO2 emissions and thus fight global warming. 3.
sustainable agriculture and forest management, encouraging better use of natural resources, stopping massive deforestation, as well as making agriculture and more efficient should also be a priority. Yes, thanks for listening.